Okay, so guys, in today's video, we're gonna be looking into how to create an Express application and deploy it on Heroku. So we're gonna be creating a simple Express API, and then we're gonna be deploying it on a Heroku. So if you guys don't know what is Heroku, so Heroku is a platform. I can say it's a service platform that helps you to deploy your applications. Okay, so all you need to do is just in few clicks you can just deploy your API on Heroku. So that's what we're going to be learning today. So the first thing what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be just creating up a directory. Let's just call it Heroku deploy, and then I will be opening this directory in my VS Code. So yep. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Uh, I'm gonna be setting up a new node project. So I would be typing npm init -y. So make sure that you have Node.js installed on your system. Uh, if you don't, you can always go to the documentation, uh, nodejs.org, and you can just download whatever the version that suits you. You can go for a long-term support version, or you can go for the recent version. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be just running this command, set up a new node project. So it will create a package.json file for me. Now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be installing Express. So Express is a Node.js framework to create web APIs, and then we'll be creating a simple server.js. Will hold my code. Next, the first step that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be importing Express. So I'm going to be creating a variable const Express equals to require Express. Okay. Next, I'm going to be creating a app object by calling the Express method in here. Then I would be just calling app.listen. In here, I would be passing the port. This port variable I'm going to be creating. Then a callback function which will just print it out that server is running. Now, the next and most important part is defining some variables, right? So first, I'm going to be defining this port variable, which is very important. Okay, so I would be using process.env.port, or I would be selecting right, like, and if it is not available, then it would be running at port 4000. Now, why this variable is required? Because Heroku is a shared deployment service, so whatever the port that you are assigning here, maybe 4000 or maybe 3000 or whatever, might not be available in the Heroku service. So what we generally do, we just use this in this environment variable such that Heroku will automatically assign a port to our service, to our application during runtime. So that's very important. Now I'm going to be creating a simple route app.get slash callback function with request and response, and I would be just responding with a JSON data with a message success and some data and API running. Okay, so that's all we need for our simple Express application. Now let's try to run it on our local and let's see if it works or not. Node server.js. So if I go to localhost 4000, yeah, it works, right? Our API works. Next thing is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be uh, deploying our app on Heroku. So first thing you need account on Heroku. Okay, so you can just always sign up here by entering the details, whatever the details that it asked for. Another thing is you need something called Heroku CLI, okay, which you can download from this link. So this Heroku CLI gives you access to Heroku commands, which you can directly run from your command line. I already have that. So if I type Heroku in here, it gives me some options. Okay, so I already have this Heroku in my system. Depending on your operating system, whether you are on Mac OS or on Windows or on Linux, you can install the Heroku CLI. And once you install it, you can just all you need to do is just type Heroku and it will give you some options like this. That means that Heroku is installed properly. So I already have the Heroku with me. Next, what I'm going to be doing, so for the deployment part, let's just look into that. So before deploying our application on Heroku, I have to modify my package or JSON file, and I have to add a start script. So what will happen? Our application would be deployed on Heroku. Then Heroku will look for this particular script, which is start script, and then it will just run this start script using npm start, and it will just wire up our application. So that would be node server.js, because that's how we run our application. We type node. I'm using nodemon, but if you run node server.js as well, it will just start your application right away. So here you have to mention the start script. This is of very much importance. Okay. And yeah, I guess that's all you need. Next, we have to initialize a Git repository in here, because Heroku works on Git. So it would be like we're gonna be putting our Git repository into the Heroku Git, and then Heroku will deploy that Git repository for us in its server. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be just typing git init. It will just initialize an empty Git repository. Then I will just type some uh, Git commands. But before that, I would be needing a git ignore file as well, because I don't want to push my node modules folder. So I would be just mentioning my node modules folder in here. So just don't forget this. Otherwise, it would be pretty much tricky. It will just push all your node modules to the uh, Git folder. That's what we don't want. Let me just check out the Git status. So right now we have 4 files that are untracked, so we are good to go. Now let's just run this command git add dot. It will add all the files to the Git staging. Then we can run this command git commit, and Heroku deploy. So what we need to do is I'm going to be running a command Heroku login. So once you have the Heroku CLI with you, what you can do, you can just type this command Heroku login. It will prompt for the login on Heroku. So it will just ask you to log in on Heroku. Just click that up. I already have this account with me. So I will just click on later. So I have logged in on Heroku. Oh, I'm logged in with this particular mail in here. Now, uh, what you need to do is just run the command Heroku create. So it is asking me that you have reached the app limit of 5 apps for unverified accounts. Delete some apps or add our credit card to verify account. So Heroku by default in free tier will allow you only 5 applications. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be deleting some applications from my current Heroku account. So let me log in into my Heroku app, and I would be just clicking on any application, and I will just delete that app. So just click on delete app, type the application name, and just paste it in here, and we'll delete the app. Okay, so I think we are good to go. So let's just run this command again. So Heroku create. Yeah, our application has been created. Now if I refresh the page as well, you will see this which secure gorge, something like that, right? So yeah, this application has been created here. Next, what we need to do is just run this command git push Heroku master. Okay, so this command will just push it into the Heroku repo, and it will deploy your application, your Express application on Heroku, and will start it as well. So then just wait for a while, and I guess the build is succeeded, and I just running some commands, and yep. So I think it should have been started till now, right? So let me just go in here and click on Open App. And if you see the application is running, we get this message, this pretty good Heroku URL, right? So in this way you can easily deploy a single simple application based on Express on Heroku. Now I have one file, you can have multiple packages, multiple files, it doesn't matter. All you need to do is just follow few simple steps. The first step is obviously creating an account on Heroku. Second step is downloading the Heroku CLI. Okay, the third step is just creating your application. Fourth step is just uh, writing the start script in here, which is of utmost importance. Fifth step is uh, using this port, which is the dynamic port, which would be assigned to your app by Heroku during runtime. That's all you need to run a simple Heroku app on simple Express app on Node.js app on Heroku. So yeah, that's all. Thank you.